in this class I'm going to discuss about the analysis of sequential circuit. Analysis of a sequential circuit. For example, if a circuit is given, and then how you will be analyzing the circuit. Okay, there are certain steps involved in this. There are 5 number of steps involved in this. So the first step is for the given circuit, assign or assume the inputs, outputs, and the intermediate inputs also. Okay, so determine your input, output, and intermediate outputs, and assign variables for those input outputs. So this is a given circuit. Already it has been given X is the input for the circuit and Z is the output for the given circuit, and you have a flip-flop and the flip-flop output is Y. Okay, so this is a given circuit, and you need to write the state table representing your next state and the output table, and then you need to construct the state diagram, like state diagram in the sense from the current state, the next state, and it goes on and where it completes. So you need to construct the state diagram. After doing it, if possible, identify the circuit. What is this circuit meant for? Either it is an adder or subtractor or a complementer, like that. You need to identify the given circuit. Okay, so the first thing is already the given variables are there. X is an input, Z is an output, Y is an intermediate output, Z is nothing but. So now derive in terms of Boolean expressions also. So identify the first step is identify input, output, and internal state. Label them. It is already labeled. And X is the input for us. Y is your output of the flip-flop internal state, and Z is nothing but your output of the circuit. And the step 2 is nothing but determine the expressions for each stage. For each stage, see, I can say D is nothing but, here I have an OR gate, here I have an OR gate. So D is nothing but X plus Y. Okay, because Y is fed back here. Y is fed back here. D is nothing but X plus Y, and Y is nothing but your output of the flip-flop, and Z is nothing but, here you have an XOR gate. This is nothing but X XOR Y. And the next thing is you need to derive your state table. So state table, it involves your input, the present state, okay, the next state, and the output of the circuit also. Okay. So here you have intermediate inputs also. Intermediate inputs in the sense, intermediate input is the D flip-flop input. So X is an input, the total output of the input of the circuit. The total output of the circuit is Z. In between, inside your circuit, you have an intermediate input of D, and you have an intermediate input of Y. Okay. So now, with that in mind, X is an input, Q is your present state. That is how you will be in the flip-flop. You would be doing your state table. So this is your present state or the state of the flip-flop. So this two combinations will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. And we know the intermediate input, that is the input of the flip-flop, is D is equal to X plus Y. There you have an OR gate. So X plus Y, so this is X, we have assigned, this is Q of T, we have assigned to Y. So X plus Y, it's a simple OR gate expression. So 0, 1, 1, 1. And the next state for the flip-flop is Q of T plus 1. The next state of meaning during the current clock transition. See, we are discussing about synchronous sequential circuit. You have a clock. For each clock, when there is a variation in the clock, at the time, whatever may be the input, if there is a change in the input, or if you are giving an input, for that particular input, there will be change in the output during the clock transitions, consecutive clock transitions. So during your next clock transition, Q of T plus 1, what will be your Y? Otherwise, I can say this as Y plus also. So you have, because the next state of your flip-flop. So this is nothing but Q of T plus 1. It is again this one, because this is a D flip-flop. See, D flip-flop, what is the D flip-flop excitation table? Why it is called as D flip-flop? D flip-flop is a delay flip-flop. it simply delays whatever input that is given and gives the same output. See, whatever is there in the input, the same input will appear in the output with a delay. Okay, that is why for the next state also, whatever there in your input of the flip-flop, this is appearing in the output. This is appearing at the output, namely 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. And what is the output of the entire circuit? That is nothing but x, XOR y. So this is x and this is y. So x, XOR y, for dissimilar inputs you will be having 1. You will be having 1. So for these two cases you will be having 1. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 and 0, 1, 0, 1 and 1, 1, 0. This is the output of the entire circuit. You should not confuse with the flip-flop. Okay, this is a given circuit. So now I have taken the output table for the given circuit. For the given circuit is this. Given circuit is this. So what is your input? X. What is your output? Z. Okay. So if you have a flip-flop, what is your Q of t? That I am writing it here. Okay. So for 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0 is the output. So this is your output table. And again, I am writing the state table incorporating your output also. These two columns I have merged Q of t plus 1 slash z. That is what here I have written. The same table. Okay. And write down the state table. State table in the sense present state is 0 and 1. Okay. Present state is 0 and 1. This is Q of t is present state. You have two states 0 and 1. Input is x. Input x can be 0 and x can be 1. Okay. For this, what is the output? So now the present state is 0 and 1. Input is x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. And what is the next state and the output? What is the next state? Q of t plus 1 is next state. Q of t plus 1, it is given here. Okay. For x is equal to 0, Q of t plus 1 is 0. For x is equal to 0, Q of t plus 1 is 1. Okay. So this combination I have, and the next in this slide I have combined and kept, right. You are going to separate it. That's all. X is equal to 0. The next state is 0, and your output. What is your output? When x is equal to 0. Okay. When x is equal to 0, Q of t plus 1 is 0 and z is 0. So 0 slash 0. That is what I have written. When x is equal to 0. Okay. When x is equal to 0 and when your input is 0, your next state is 0 and output is 0. Okay, that is about your present state. Similarly, when your present state is 1, okay, when your present state is 1, when your input x is 0, next state is 1 and output is 1, so 1 slash 1. 1 slash 1. Okay, this is what I have written here in these two. In the same way, you fill up for your right side of your table. I will repeat again. For your input, x is equal to 1. Now, x, we are dealing with these two. Okay, when x is equal to 1. Okay, when your present state is 0, and your next state is 1 and your output is 1. So, for this case, I will write 1 slash 1. And again, when your present state is 1 slash 1 for when your input is 1 and your present state is 0. Okay. See, when your input is 1 and your present state is 0, you have 1 slash 1. You have 1 slash 1. So the next thing, when your input is 1 and your present state is 1. When your input is 1 and your present state is 1 and you have 1 slash 0. Adi here. Okay, this is 1 slash 0 where 1 represents the next state that is Q plus or Q of t plus 1 that occurs in the next clock transition. 0 is the output of the entire circuit here. Keep in mind, this is not the output of the flip-flop, output of the entire thing. Okay. So now the next step is you need to draw the state diagram. You need to draw the state diagram. How to draw the state diagram? So what are all the states you have? 0 and 1. Okay, 0 and 1. When it is in the present state, with this combinations of input, you have a next state, namely 0 and 1. So 0 is the first state and number of state is only 2. So 0 and 1, you have only 2 states, 0 and 1. Okay, 0 and 1. So as I already said, the first case is I have to look here. Okay, the next state and the output. The next state and the output. And here, what is the 0 slash here in the state diagram? 0 slash thing will be giving your input and output. This is input slash output of the circuit. Output of the circuit. What is the input that is being given? When your present state is 0, okay, when your present state is 0 and when your input is 0, okay, when your input is 0, what is the next state? This is when your input is 0, your next state and the output. What is the next state? Next state is again 0. Okay, see here, from here I will draw. So you have two states, 0 and 1. You have only these two states. So now assume that you are in this state. You are here in 0. With the present state is 0 and when your input is 0. Okay. Input is 0 and what is your, you will be drawing input and output. Input and output. What is the output here? Output here it is 0. So output here is 0. When your present input is 0 and your output is 0. Okay. What is the next state? It is again going here only. So do this like this. It is again going to 0 only because this 0 represents your next state. Okay. And now when your present state is 0, here only, still you are here only. So when your present state is 0 and when your input is 1, okay, and this is my output, right? This one is output. This one is output. So when your input is 1, your output is 1. And what about your next state? You will be going to the next state 1. So here I'll write it as when your present state is 0. Okay, when my input is 1, this is my input, and my output is also 1. What is my next state? Next state is also 1. Next state is also 1. Okay, this row is completed. Let me go ahead with the next one. When the present state is 1, now you are here in the state. Okay, now you are here in the state. So when your present state is 1, and when your input is 0, what is my output? 1. And what is my next state? 1 only. So I'll be coming here only. When my present state is 1, when my input is 0 and input is 0, what is my output? Output is 1. Output is 1. And what is the next state? Next state is 1. Okay. And again, I have to come back to this. When my present state is 1, okay, still I'm here only. When my input is 1, okay, when my input is 1 and my output is 0, what is my next state? Again, here only I will be going. Next state is also 1. So when I am moving from 0 to 1, I will revolve here only. I am not coming back. According to the circuit given, I am not coming back to the 0 state again. From 0, if I'm moving to 1, I'm staying back here only. This is the state diagram. That is what I have drawn here. Keep in mind, in each transition, that is the director arrow, that whatever value that I'm writing, that is nothing but your input and the output. Okay, input and the output. The same thing here I have given for the whole circuit. What is my present state, what is my input, and what is my output. Okay, what is my output. So 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, for that case it's an XOR gate, so 0 1 1 0, that is your step 5. And the given circuit, if you see as this is a 2's complementer. For example, when your present state is 0 0, whatever input I am giving, okay, whatever, when your present state is 0 0, whatever input I am giving, I am getting the same output. Input is equal to the output. But here, when your present state is 1, when I am giving input as 0 or 1, I am getting the complement of the input. I am getting the complement of the input. That is the final analysis I have done. So Q, when my present state Q of t, that is present state is 1, means my output Z is nothing but complement of my input. Z is nothing but X bar, if you could see. Okay. When Q of t is 1. So when Q of t is equal to 0, my output is nothing but same as the input. Z is equal to same as the input. It's a serial 2's complement. For example, if I'm taking a 2-bit number, I'm sorry. So it's a complementer. Meaning, if possible, identify your circuit. What is the circuit? Is as I said, if it's an adder or subtractor, like that. For example, if I'm having 0 0 as the input, okay, if I need to take the 2's complement, so this will be 1 0. I mean, 1's complement will be 1 1, and then 2's complement will be this plus 1. I'll be getting 0 and 1 0 1. Okay, here. So when my input is 0 and my output is 0, like that I can derive for the 4 combinations here. Please wait. I can go ahead with the 4 combinations. Namely, for one such example is if I'm having an input called 100 101. Okay, if I need to take the 2's complement, serial 2 bits 2's complemented, in the sense only the first bit will be complemented. That is what it is mean to say. This is such a sort of circuit. So 1's complement for this is 0 1 1 0 1 0, and then 2's complement, this is 1's complement. 2's complement will be this plus 1. So 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, excluding your uh, excluding your previous bits, here. Here I can have a change. Here I'm having the same, whatever may be the input, the same input I'm getting. Okay, same input I'm getting. I'm not getting the complement. Okay, and one more example is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0 if I'm taking like this. So if I'm taking 1's complement for this, 1, 0, 1, 1, and then this will be 2's complement of this will be 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, this is for the example here. When my present state is 0, okay, when my present state is 0, when my input is 0 and 1, I'm getting the same output. I'm getting the same output. Input is either 0 or 1, I'm getting the same output, 0 and 1, when my present state is 0. When my present state is 0. This is one such example of a 2's complementer. Okay, 2's complementer. Next, we will go we have analyzed the circuit now. Okay, we have analyzed the circuit. When a given circuit is given, and we know how to analyze the circuit by assigning the variables, and we know how to bring the state table and finally the state diagram. Okay, so design is nothing but you will come in the reverse order. Okay, you will come in the reverse order. First, your problem statement will be given for you, and from the problem statement you will assume the states. You will assume the states, and after assuming the states, you will be deciding on which flip-flop that you are going to use for the design. Okay, for the design in the given synchronous circuit. In the given synchronous circuit, after deciding how many number of flip-flops we need to use and what number of what is the type of flip-flop that we are going to use, we are going to write down the excitation flip-flop of the concerned flip-flop. Okay, excitation table of the concerned flip-flop that is chosen. That is chosen. If in the problem statement none of the flip-flop name is given, simply choose JK flip-flop and write down the excitation table of JK flip-flop and start designing the JK flip-flop, designing the circuit using the JK flip-flop. Okay, and for the particular circuit, and assume that calculate that how many number of flip-flops that is required. Okay, after that write down the state table, and from the state table write down the Boolean expression, and from the Boolean expression we know how to implement a circuit. We know how to implement a circuit. So mostly design of a sequential circuit will be restricted to these two topics, namely modulo n counter and sequence detector. And in today's class, I'll just discuss how to go ahead with a 2-bit counter modulo. It's an n-bit counter also. So how to go ahead with a 2-bit counter, namely your 2-bit up counter. Okay, 2-bit up counter. How to design a 2-bit up counter. Okay, that is your today's class problem that I'm going to solve. So design a 2-bit up counter. And I said 2 bits. So now n is equal to 2. Okay, I said 2 bits. So now n is equal to 2. N is equal to 2. So 2-bit up counter. I have not specified the flip-flop. I have not specified the flip-flop. So 2 bits in the sense, what are all the 2 bits means 2 power 2. You have 4 input combinations. So you have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is your state. This is your state. This is state 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 different states in the circuit. 4 different states in the circuit. So first decide how many bit and decide the states. Okay. So you have 2 bits. Okay. If I'm having 2 bits, it's a 2-bit up counter. Keep in mind, a flip-flop can store, it's a single bit storage unit. It can store only single bit. But we are talking about 2-bit transitions. So we need 2 flip-flops for designing the circuit. So that can be decided by this expression. So P is the number of states. How many number of states we have? We have 4 states. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So 2 power p minus 1 less than n less than or equal to p. That decides how many flip-flops will be required. So 2 power p minus 1 less than n less than or equal to 2 power small n, and this is capital N. You have 4 states. So 4 states. So decide on P. What is P? Okay. We need, as I already said, you have 4 number of states and 2 number of flip-flops. So 2 power P minus 1, 2 flip-flops. Guess your P value, how it can be to get my 4. Okay, to get my 4 because I know my 4. So 2 power P. Guess your value of P. P minus 1. The way is only if I have 2, 2 power 2 will be equal to 4. So I need 2 flip-flops. P is equal to 2. So 2 flip-flops. I can decide in this way also. I can decide in this way also. So since it's a 2-bit counter, here also I can say flip-flop is a single bit storage unit. Here I'm using 2-bit, so we need 2 flip-flop. I can go ahead with this way too. Okay, whichever is convenient for you, you can go ahead. So first decide the number of flip-flops required and what is the type of flip-flop that you are going to use. So we need 2 flip-flops, and what type of flip-flop that we are going to use? It is we are going to, if nothing is given, so design a 2-bit up counter. That is a problem statement. If nothing is given, you need to choose your JK flip-flop. You need to choose your JK flip-flop. And the next step is, step 2 is write down the excitation table for the flip-flop that you have chosen. Is excitation table. You know what is excitation table? Excitation table relates between your output to input. So Q and Q plus will be, your input is JK. So 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, you have to remember this table. You have to remember this table. So this JK flip-flop already I have given. I have discussed the JK flip-flop with you, and this is the excitation table of your JK flip-flop. Okay, you need to remember all the excitation table of all the flip-flops. So this is step 2. And coming to step 3, you need to go ahead with the state diagram now. Step 3 is draw the state diagram. Draw the state diagram. How to draw the state diagram? How many numbers you have? It's a 2-bit out counter. From 0 0, you will be going into the next state 0 1. See, whenever you have a clock, you are designing a synchronous sequential circuit. So the next state will be there. From the present state to next state will happen for every clock transition. If it's an edge-triggered flip-flop, that to positive edge-triggered flip-flop means during each positive edge from low to high, you will be having change in the state from 0 0 to 0 1, and then it will wait till this next clock transition, and then again you have a change in the state. Okay, so from 0 0 0 1, how many state? 1 0 and 1 1. So from 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 and 0 0. This is how your cycle will continue. Okay, this is how your cycle will continue. This is the state diagram for the given circuit. This is the state diagram for the given circuit. The next thing is step is you need to go ahead with the state table. So state table. So you have 2 flip-flops. You have state table. You need to relate your input. Okay, input, but there is no external input other than your states, present state. So state table, your present state. Here you are using 2-bit. Here you are using 2-bit. So we have 2 present states. So present state, next state, and what is the flip-flop? How many flip-flops we are using? 2 flip-flops. FF1, flip-flop 1 and flip-flop 2, both are JK flip-flop. Okay, both are JK flip-flop in the present state. Okay, JK flip-flop, in the sense flip-flop 1 will have an input JK and flip-flop 2 will be having an input JK. So let me take the first flip-flop as J1 K1 and the second flip-flop as J0 K0. Okay, and the second flip-flop as J0 K0. And again here present state, since I'm having 2 flip-flops, I'll be having, for each flip-flop I'll be having 1 present state. Present state, this present state will be represented by a subscript 1. This present state will be represented by a subscript 0. So here I'll be representing, present state will be denoted by the letter Q only. So one will be Q1 and another will be Q0. This is for flip-flop 1, and this is for flip-flop 0. Similarly, the next state also, then writing it as Q1 plus. Okay, next state will be represented by Q1 and Q0 plus. Okay, Q0 plus. This is your table, state table. So what are all the input combinations? If my present state is 0, 0, okay, I have only 4 different combinations, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And if my present state is 0, 0, what is my next state? 0, 1, right? So 0, 1. So my present state is 0, 0, the next state is 0, 1. My present state is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and again 0, 0. This is my present state. Now what I need to do is, from the excitation table, I need to fill this flip-flop table. Okay, I need to fill this flip-flop table. So from the excitation table, because excitation table, you will be writing down the input of the flip-flop from your outputs. So this is my Q and Q plus. This is my Q and Q plus. Okay, Q and Q plus. From when Q and Q plus is 0. So when both are 0, 0, JK is 0x. Okay, both are 0 and 0, the first row. And then the next one is 0 and 1, 0 and 1. This is 1x. And next one is 1 and 1. So 1 and 1, 1 and 1, x is 0. Okay, 1 and 1, x 0. And 1 and 0, the next one is 1 and 0, that is x1. Like this, fill up the next thing also. 1x, x1, 1x, x1. Now you need to, for writing down this table, filling this table, you need to compare, which I am shading it with yellow. Okay, so for 0, 1, for 0, 1, it is 1x, and 1, 0, it is x1, and 1, 0, it is x1, and 0, 1, it is 1x. Okay, this is how we will be filling down the table. And the next one is, next step is, step 5 is use your K-map for getting your Boolean expression. So what is the expression we need? What is the input that should be given? That is what we need to determine, because you know your outputs, the states you know. Here the K-map, I will be, since I need to have J1, K1, J0, K0. So I need to have 4 different K-maps. And see, this is a 2 variable. So I need 4 2 variable K-maps. What are my inputs? The present state is my input. The present state is my input. What is my present state? Q1 and Q0. Q1 and Q0. Q1 and Q0. Q1 and Q0. In your sequential circuit, along with the present input, you will be also using the previous output, which is represented by the previous state in the flip-flop. Okay. So this is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 1, and for all the case. So look ahead with each column and fill this. Okay. J1, K1, J0, K0. Okay. So let me write it with J1. This is J1, K1, J0, and K0. Okay. So I'm filling this up. 0, 1, XX, XX, 0, 1, 1, 1, XX, XX, 1, 1. Okay. So if I fill this, I can K-map simplification, you know. I can combine this, I can combine this. Here I can combine all together. Here I can combine all together. So my J0 and K0, J0 is equal to K0 is equal to 1. And this one, J1 and is equal to Q0, because Q0, this is also equal to K1. This is also equal to K1. This is the Boolean expression. Now it is easy to implement the circuit. With this is the last step of designing the circuit, construct the circuit. We have the Boolean expressions. So as I said, we need 2 flip-flops, J and K, J and K, J and K, and provided J0, K0, J1, K1, and you have a clock. You have a clock input also, and since a synchronous circuit, tie both the clocks. Okay, tie both the clocks, and here you have Q0 and Q0 bar and Q1 bar. Okay, according to the expression, J1 K1 is equal to Q0. J1 and K1 both are same, so tie these and connect it to Q0. This is Q0, and J0 K0 is equal to 1, so tie these two and give it to 1. This is the input. This is the input for the synchronous counter, and whereas this is the final output Q1. So two outputs will be having Q0 and Q1. Okay, this is how we will be designing an up counter. We will be designing an up counter. With this, I will stop for today's class.